Okay, so we have some very special, unique problems here. Notice that the door will not open. I've actually picked it with the leashing tool, made the key. The key is working, it's spinning. I can actually hear it or feel it moving something back and forth. So I'm guessing the internal latch has probably failed. One of two things has happened. Either it's not actually retracting the bolt and I'm feeling a false. That's a pretty good indicator. I can really feel something moving in and out, and then if I hold it a little pressure, I can feel it release. So I really don't think it's the deadbolt. I think it's the latch is just not retracting all the way, but it could be the deadbolt as well. Kind of a weird problem to have, but we're going to do our best to try and figure out what's going on with this thing here. Yeah, I can see it 100%. I can see the bolts moving in and they're retracting. So the deadbolt is absolutely not part of the equation. It is 100% the latch is just not releasing. Let's see what we can do to help that along. It is. Yep, there it is. See, the latch is not retracting in all the way. Now, whether or not we have a fix for that, I don't know, but check it out. See, that's how it's like the bolts are actually throwing and they're staying dead, and then they're actually retracting as well. You can see that right in there. So now we got to figure out why isn't that retracting all the way.
Kind of weird that we have a quickset key on a storefront door, but it's like one of those profile cylinders in quickset keyway. We were able to use the leashy tool to pick that open, and then it just pulls out just like a normal profile cylinder does after you remove the set screw from the side. We were able to 100% confirm and identify that the deadbolt and the lock key and deadbolt had no part in this equation. It was all because the latch was failing and not being retracted far enough back, which when we operated it from the other side, since this has two sides, one side would work fine and the other side would not. It is simply wear and tear. That part, that internal pot metal or whatever's inside there simply wore down enough to where it's not retracting the latch far enough.
Field unit, so there's not a whole lot to work on in there. See if we can bring it back to life. Okay, so here's what we're finding out about this. With this, when it's designed to go either way, you mount this for one hand or the other hand. Okay, so it's either mounted like this or it's mounted like this. And in this case, the bottom one, it retracts the latch all the way, if you can see that. Okay, it retracts it all the way. If we do the top one, it does not retract it all the way, which is causing the lockout problem. I see no way to adjust this or take it apart. It's all pop riveted together. So we just have to order a new part. Here's the part number right here. Get a new part in there, but you can see that one retracts it all the way. I've tried to configure this thing and flip it around and rehand it, but it's just not going to have it, I don't think. So for now, until we can get that new part in, what I'm going to do is I'm going to reinstall this so they have a handle at least. I'm going to retract that all the way, and I'm going to cut this piece right here so that they can at least use their door and still lock this piece until I can get a new one in.
So we'll just reinstall this. Again, we have to figure out what we're going to do in the temporary short term to solve the customer's needs. We have to be able to give them access to the door. So our choices are to either leave this off completely, and then they have no way to lock that door and no way to latch it and nothing on there whatsoever. It's obviously just the storm door, so really security isn't that much of a factor, but the customer did request that we put it back in place and that it be locked. So they want that added extra layer of security. So that's exactly what we're going to do. In order to do that, we're going to have to reinstall everything, put everything back the way that it was before, put the case portion back in, and then we're going to put the profile cylinder back in, like so. Put that center screw, that mounting screw back in place. And then we'll go ahead and test everything, make sure that everything's working, put the handle back on, just loosen the set screw and then put the handle back in and tighten that set screw up. It's that Allen head screw right on the side of the handle. Fairly simple system and fairly simple setup. Then I'm going to go get my angle grinder and I'm going to chop off the tip of the strike. Very careful not to get into the door. You can see that we cut just the tip off of that strike, like so. Just be very careful. Do not cut or damage anything else. Make sure you wear proper eye protection. I've got safety glasses on, so none of the debris catches in the face. Now here's our part number. So I take some pictures of this, find the part online, order it up, and we're good to go. So we've got this working. You can see it's fully retracting now. This was actually what was broke in this portion here, not so much the locking portion. You can lock it, and then you can unlock it with this key as well. You can see, locked, unlocked. There you have it. As a small business, RMR, or recurring monthly revenue, is a huge factor and has literally changed the way I do business. Simply by leaving some information about the Halo Pulsar security system can add thousands to your monthly income. Click below.